Okay, here's another example of. Oh, look, it's me. Hello, me. Uh, just came across this one learning a new song. Talked about this before, kind of what I do when I'm learning a new one. And I'm always kind of thinking about what is in our house, congregation, like how do we sing things and what kind of flows with that. And some songs just do, and some you kind of change the style a little bit. This one does pretty good. This is Made for More. I think it's a popular song. I just heard it. But so I'm going to try and play it. So I'll just pull up the chords and then talk through it. Pretty memorable melody, so I know who I am. 'Cause I know who you are. The cross of salvation. So cool. Josh Baldwin always does cool stuff like this. He's got a lot of suspended. Where instead of playing C and then an A minor or then a G or something like that, he'll do this with G chords too, but C and then just adding that one. And it's really cool and easy to sing with, which is nice. Does the same thing with G. Well, here we go. Not in this song, but with that same kind of effect. Know who I am, because I know who you are. Cross of salvation was only the start. Now I am chosen. Listen to the guitar. So when you're playing it, play it first few times through. Play it with the, sing with the person. But then when you're learning how to play it, I'm always listening to the guitar because I'm not the greatest vocalist in the world, but I don't have the greatest pitch in the world. But that's what instruments are for. Now I'm chosen. I'm free and forgiven. I have a future, and it's worth living. There's not a chord there, but it sounds like it's supposed to do something. So I don't know. I wasn't made to be tended in a grave. I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for... So that's a D minor, but hardly ever. I don't know how he plays it. Usually you're not going to do that. Usually it's just there and leave the E open, probably. I'm sure I'm wrong because people I'm sure have made tutorials about this, but that's how I would do it. I wouldn't worry about this. Let's do this. Born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. Oh, good. So you can't. So a lot of stuff that we do, you get used to doing these C chords like this, C, G and C, but it doesn't work singing it. It doesn't sound right. It's got to be a full C on that, which is what it's supposed to be. Anyway, there's a lot of little cheating things that I would do, but can't quite get away with it there. I was made for more. I know who I am. So then he goes up. I know who you are. Cross of salvation. Very cool song. Very simple. So then the chorus, it goes up. So when learning to... So then if I'm going to try and sing up where he's singing, it's not super high, but it's the tendency is to try and imitate a person's tone when you hear them singing it all the time, but you don't have their tone, so you have to be careful with that. The other thing is you're hearing a lot of effects when you when you listen to processed music. There's a lot of great effects that they're doing, and they're not actually singing the way that we would imitate. What I mean by that is especially reverb and delay. So people tend to hold out notes when the professionals do not hold out notes for the most part. They're cutting their notes and then the reverb picks up the note. You hear it and it sounds like the person's really ambiently singing, but really when you try and do that, it doesn't sound very good. The other thing is if it's up high, I'm trying not to belt, not to sing here, but to sing here and to sing in a full way instead of in a breathy way, which can be hard to do. So let's try it. I wasn't made, so he's up. I wasn't made to be tended in a grave. I was called by name, born and raised back back to life again. I was made for more. That's not the right melody, I don't think. Getting carried away. Why would I make a bed in my shame when a fountain of grace is running my way? So there I'm cutting it because the first one I wasn't thinking about it and I was holding those out, and it makes you tired too. So if it's a lot better if it's I wasn't made to be tending a grave. I was called by name, born and raised back to life again. I was made for more. Why would I make a bed in my shame when a fountain of grace is running my way? I know I am yours, and I was made for more. I don't know why I want to keep doing more. Do that there, but anyway, I can't remember what he does. I think he just drops more. So yeah, and then I'll just talk through it, and then kind of like the reason I'm singing big and loud there because I'm trying to find out, okay, am I comfortable here? Can I handle these kind of notes? Where am I running out of breath? That kind of a thing. And then go through and really polish it up by just singing along with the actual original song. So I'm not going to put you through that, but not trying to imitate tone, but imitate where they're cutting the notes and melody. So to get it right. So this is just trying to get a feel for like range, and if I think it would be very doable in this key. So anyway, it's another tip.